The East, though, the series tied up at 2 apiece. Game 5 tipping off in Milwaukee tonight. The Hawks able to pull it off Tuesday without Trae Young. Injuries, though, do remain the focus tonight. Trae Young, Clint Capella, both listed as questionable for the Hawks. Meanwhile, Giannis is listed as doubtful for the Bucks. So, Keyshawn, who is the most important player in Game 5 tonight?
I think it's Lemon Pepper Lou Williams. I think that is the most important guy, especially if Trae Young can't go or Trae Young is hobbled to a degree. I think Lou Williams came out, started that game, did a terrific job, dropping 20-plus points on the Bucks. If he can continue to do that, I think a lot of us have seen him in a secondary role as coming off the bench, but now as a starter, he can do the same things he was doing coming off the bench, only he's a starter. It's very important because he knows how to play. He's a high-volume scorer. He plays defense at times, but scoring is so important. Getting half of what Trae Young can get you goes a long ways. That's why he's the most important player for me.
Definitely for Atlanta, Key, but I'm going to say the most important player in Game 5 is not Lou Williams, although I love the lemon pepper reference, well done by you. It's not Chris Middleton, who has to step up in the absence of Giannis Antetokounmpo. To me, it's got to be Brook Lopez. You can't be big like a statue and play like a statue like we saw from him in Game 4. And you could say that about the whole Bucks team, but Trae Young's not out there. That's a chance to go for the kill, and they never had the lead in that game. If you're Brook Lopez, you have the ability, not just shooting threes, but scoring inside and taking that pressure off Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. Why are you not doing that if you're Brook Lopez? You have ability. You don't need to just stand out there and jack up threes all the time. That should come within the offense. But when you post up, there's nobody out there that should have the ability to guard you and also rim protect, like we've seen from him at times. I expect Chris Middleton is going to be terrific. I don't care who's guarding him. But if you're Brook Lopez, this is your chance to say, hey, I'm getting a double-double tonight. They can't stop me on the inside. I'm not just going to stand out there and take the easy way out and make threes. If he has any kind of force with his height and his ability to go inside and put fouls on Clint Capella and the interior of that line of the Atlanta Hawks, he makes things a lot easier for Chris Middleton and for his coach Mike Budenholzer. Do I expect that he's going to do that? I have my doubts about that because I've seen Brook Lopez just stay out there and wait for the basketball. Dude, you got to demand the basketball. You got to be that important player to be that Robin to the Batman that's going to be Chris Middleton. If you don't do that, then you're expecting other people to do that. Then that says a lot about you, Brook Lopez, and it doesn't say anything good if you take a step back instead of taking a step forward when I know you have the capability and the ability to do that in an important game in the Game 5 for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bogdanovich is there along the way as well as Lou Williams. So he's healthy now. His high-volume shooting, spreading the floor, that gives them all sorts of problems on the Bucks end. Plus, when you think about Milwaukee and Coach Bud and some of the things and adjustments he's been able to not make for Milwaukee is problematic too. So he becomes an important part of what could potentially take place tonight from a coaching standpoint. Can you somehow figure out how to get Drew Holiday involved? Can Drew Holiday come up to the party and account for that $100+ million that they gave him to be the star player since coming over from New Orleans? That's an issue that have been for the Bucks. Let's see where that goes as an important player in this game tonight.
And that's why with Coach Bud, that's why I picked the Hawks to win in 6 before the series got started, because I didn't trust him that if things got tight, that he would be able to dial up the right play or have the right kind of motivation. Because look at the guy on the other side, Nate McMillan. They knew they were not going to have Trae Young in Game 4, and those guys came out there ready to fight and win. And Coach Budenholzer and Milwaukee took a step back. Now you're not going to have Giannis in Game 5. Does anybody inside and outside of Milwaukee trust that Coach Budenholzer is going to have the right kind of plays and the right kind of mindset to help your basketball team? Until I actually see that, I'm not buying it. And that's why before the series got started, I picked the Hawks to win in 6. I trusted Nate McMillan, what he's been able to do taking over this franchise in the middle of the year. And I give the Hawks a lot of credit, Key and Charlie. They did not keep a mistake in the building with Lloyd Pierce. Lloyd Pierce is a nice guy, but when you're 14-20 and players don't want to play for you, at a certain point you can't keep that mistake in the building. They bring in Nate McMillan, which makes the Pacers look foolish because they made him a scapegoat last year, and now they're on another coach after Nate McMillan. He had that team always prepared and always ready with next man up. They lost Trae Young, no problem. They win Game 4. They lose DeAndre Hunter in the series before. They beat Philadelphia to get to this point. So that's why I didn't trust Mike Budenholzer, because I know what Nate McMillan can do. I have not seen it from Mike Budenholzer unless things are so much in his favor being the front runner. When things are tight and that pressure is there, it seems that he's too nice of a guy to have people have trust in him in a tight situation when it comes to his coaching acumen.
The great thing about it for Milwaukee is they're at home. The home crowd can get into it. Chris Middleton has struggled on the road and shooting the ball in the playoffs. He's done a terrific job at home.
He did great in Game 3.
Hopefully, like you said, Charlie, Game 3, he can duplicate that tonight in Game 5 and then see where they go from there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.